I'm Victoria Gilbert, author of the Blue Ridge Library Mystery Series, the 6th book of which, Renewed for Murder, comes out in December, and the Book Lovers B&B series, the 3rd book of which comes out next June. Today, I want to offer a few tips about accurately depicting libraries and librarians in contemporary stories. One of the things that I've noticed on television and film, and sometimes in books, is the inaccurate sort of stereotypical depiction of libraries and librarians as this quiet place where everyone is hushed and sitting individually, and the librarians are behind the desk and they're shushing everyone. And that's really not true for today's libraries. I really laugh when I see a card catalog because those have been gone for a long time. So we don't have card catalogs anymore. We have computers, and there's lots of computers in libraries. There's lots of technology in libraries. So librarians have to be tech savvy. They have to keep up with all the latest technology and find new ways to offer information and resources and entertainment to their patrons. So when I'm thinking about, writing a librarian character, which I do, mine's a little bit different. But when most people think about it, one of the things that happens is that they're thinking about these things. The librarian is going to be quiet, reserved, aloof or shy, rigid, focused on enforcing rules and regulations, shunning social interaction, and shushing a lot. Well, this is what I do with these stereotypes. They're gone. That is really not today's librarian or today's libraries, because today you have a lot of interaction going on in the library. It's a social spot. And even in research libraries, you have people who are working on collaborative projects, because that's a big trend in education. So whether it's in a grade school, a high school, or a college, you're going to have group projects. And that means people working together, talking, sharing computer screens, sharing information. So you can't have this quiet, hushed, sort of cathedral-like atmosphere. It's a very interactive and engaged atmosphere. And of course, there's always a few quiet spaces that people can go to study that are reserved for that kind of quiet study. But the majority of the library is often very active. There's a buzz, there's people talking, chatting, sharing information. And the librarians are not sitting behind the desk all quiet and reserved and not wanting to talk to anybody. They're out on the floor. They're out there to help the patrons to use technology or to look up information. Right now, you have quite a bit of work being done in genealogy in public libraries. So you have people who are trying to learn to use the online resources. You have people who are doing job searches. There's literacy training. There's story time and other activities for children. So, the library becomes a community center for learning and interaction. And that's really exciting to me. And that's what I think we need to depict in libraries, because libraries are so important to the community. And when people see what they do, what they really do, which involves helping with businesses, which involves helping with literacy, which involves helping children with homework and other learning activities, then they realize the importance of libraries. And so that's one of the reasons why I think it's important to have authentic representation. So I have worked with librarians of all kinds, ethnicities, backgrounds, and men, women, all gender orientations, whatever. It doesn't matter. A librarian can be anything. So that's the other part, is that when you're depicting a librarian, you can make them any character you want, because all librarians can be anything. You can have a leather-wearing tattooed librarian. I've seen them, I've met them. You can have librarians who are really into New Age crystals and wear flowing clothes, and again, I've seen and met them, and they're great librarians. They might have purple hair. They might have dreadlocks. They might have no hair at all. It doesn't matter. So I would love to just end with the fact that my tip is, when you want to write about libraries, go out and visit a bunch of libraries, different ones, and see how things are happening today. And also notice the librarians and how they can be just as diverse as our entire population. So you have freedom to create the authentic, real, unique librarian for your story, and that's going to make it feel real to the reader. Thanks so much.